And music has that immediate power. It was very important for me to answer the call of my soul, so to say, to be with my children at the time they needed. Women should do, and I strongly recommend this, ask for help. Voru matram yengelum
It's my great pleasure and honor today to introduce Aruna Sairam, our special guest to the Championwoman channel. Padma Shri awardee, someone who brings honor and pride to our nation, in whose honor the Indian flag was hoisted on the Capitol building in America, who is the vice chair of our Sangeet Natak Academy, my own favorite, Aruna Sairam.
Hi Ranjini, such a pleasure to be here.
Arunaka, we're going to have a little chit-chat, and we have a lot of audience who are big fans of yours already. But they're going to see a different avatar of you today, because I know you as a champion woman. And I know how you have come up in life, keeping all those qualities that ancient Indian wisdom gave us. Please share your wisdom and your music with our audience today.
Sure, whatever I know, I will definitely share.
Arunaka, emotional wellness is such a big topic in today's world. There's the pandemic on one side, economic crisis on the other. How do you think music helps get over emotional wellness? What is your secret?
In my experience, music is something that is immediate in its ability to give peace, joy, and a sense of forgetfulness, in the sense you forget your surroundings, you forget who you are, where you are, what you are, all the pains and the pleasures, and you levitate into a certain state of bliss. And music has that immediate power. So I think it is extremely therapeutic, and it gives a lot of peace and joy.
Arunaka, when you can sing so beautifully like you, we can use it for emotions. What about people, lay person like me who can't sing? Can music still help me?
You can listen to music, and when you listen to music, you can travel along with the performer into that world. So that's very possible.
In your music career, when women take a career on, sometimes family and life forces us to take a break. I know that you did do that, and you came back to the same music world with a bang. What advice would you give women to continue their career despite family situations?
I started learning music at a young age, and it was quite intense. My immersion in music, thanks to my gurus and my parents and the atmosphere that I was growing up in. It so happened that after my marriage, my 2 children, the domestic responsibilities called me. And I thought about it, and I somehow felt that I would be happier giving my fuller attention to my children and to the family. And so it's not that I stopped singing, I just reduced any public appearances. Already anyway, I wasn't like a star before my marriage and anything like that. I was just a developing, growing young musician. So I said, let me not perform too much, but let me keep practicing, singing, and keeping at it in my spare time. But it was very important for me to answer the call of my soul, so to say, to be with my children at the time they needed. And as they grew up, and my first daughter left home to study, the second one also left home to study, I slowly came back to performing in public, and then the rest is history.
And what might be some advice for women then? How to hold on to your goal and dream?
Yeah, that's particularly interesting. I want to share with all the champion women out there that during all those years that I wasn't singing in public, there was one overriding thought and visualization that I never let go of, and that is that I am singing to an auditorium of 5 or 10,000 people. This vision I never gave up on a day-to-day basis, whether I was cooking, whether I was cleaning vessels, whether I was feeding my children, whatever happened, that one vision always remained, and that sort of kept me riveted to that purpose, although it was more than 15 years by the time I could really embark on that journey. So I think the power of the subconscious mind to hold on to certain things is so amazing, and we ourselves don't know that power. We don't know that it is something so divine that it can sail you through the 7 seas without any problem.
Fantastic. Is there a time when you had to seek support from your spouse or children? Teach our women how to ask for help.
I was extremely lucky because my husband Sairam and my parents-in-law, although they did not know too much of an inside knowledge about music, they knew that I was passionate about it, and they did whatever is possible to facilitate those moments. For example, if I went away for 2 hours to practice into my room, then people wouldn't disturb me. They would let me be. So they encouraged me, they supported me very quietly, very unobtrusively. On the other hand, I also had to give up many things and be there for the family at the time they needed me, without sort of giving up on certain responsibilities and scotting off somewhere. Everything is mutual in life. Everything is a give and take. Once you have that give and take relationship and you have set the stage for that kind of collaborative coexistence and living, the next thing I think women should do, and I strongly recommend this, ask for help. This superwoman syndrome, no, please give it up. You don't have to be a superwoman. You don't have to be that Bhagirathan who carried the whole weight of the Ganga on his head. Venda, don't be that. Just say, look, this I could do, this I cannot do, I'm incapable, and so please I enlist your support. I need you to help me. I need you to take this over. Please ask. We don't need to be super women. We need to be happy, fulfilled and self-actualized women. That's more important.
Was there an actual story, an example when you had to ask like this?
Yeah, sure. So there were these many years when I was singing and traveling to Chennai. As you know, Chennai is the headquarters for Carnatic music. So unless you make it here, you can't be really counted among the top artists of the Carnatic echelon. So I was coming and going, and this commuting was like really taking away a lot of my energy, and it was tough. By the time the children had grown up, and one day we were having a sit together kind of a tea, a chat in the house, and my daughters also were very supportive, so they started and I also started, and we said we need to move to Chennai. And it was a shock first. Chennai? But all our lives we've lived in Bombay. Where Chennai? So, nahi, because if I have to make a mark in the Carnatic field, it has to be Chennai. It cannot be long distance operating from Bombay and touching, Chennai once every now and then. That doesn't work. In the beginning, everyone in the house was shocked, but slowly and surely they got the message, to the extent my husband Sairam was willing to put in his papers, take a premature retirement and move with me to Chennai. And my in-law said, guys, if you're going, we are also coming. Wow. That was something. And had we not talked about it, mentioned it, asked for it, and give it the time that it needs to gestate and take fruit, it wouldn't have happened. So even the smallest of issues, take time, make those pieces of time when you can talk to your family members and let them know what you're going through and what you need.
That is such a wonderful example. I think we all face it in different ways in our life.
Yes.
And this will be a good application. Seek the support, give up being a superwoman.
Yeah.
Arunaka, how does one balance the pride of independent financially earning capacity that we women enjoy along with the humility of managing relationships at home?
To this question, I am reminded of Indra Nui. As you know, Indra is my sister-in-law. And this is a story that she shared, and I want to share this with all of you champion women. So, there was this day when Indra was anointed or appointed as the chief financial officer of the PepsiCo. This was before she became the CEO, but CFO, as you know, is a very powerful position, important position. So she was like over the moon. She came home and she wanted to tell her mum, who was there at that time. Raj Nui was not to be seen, but she wanted to tell her that, look, I've become the CFO of this company. But before that, mum said, Indra, please don't come in. Appadiye, take the car, please go. There's no milk in the house. Please go and get milk. Indra was aghast. She had opened her mouth to say something. She simply had to swallow her words, went, got the milk, came back, was upset, came into the house, placed the milk cans on the table and said, you know, I wanted to tell you something so important and you drove me away by asking me to get milk. Why? Somebody else could have got it. Why should I go and get it? Kind of a thing. And her mother, Shanta Chitti, who I call as Shanta Chitti, said, look, you may be the CFO or the CEO of PepsiCo for all I know. Just please leave that crown in the garage. When you walk into this is your house, your family, you're the mother, you're everything, and just forget about all of that. That's fine. And this story stuck with me always because I think it's important that at the end of the day, we have chosen this life. The life of a householder is the most difficult of all the roles that we play. And we are by nature people who nourish. We are made like that. And why should we go against that grain? Why say, I don't want to nourish? Yes, no, God made me as a nourisher, as somebody who's sensitive, caring, loving. So build on that, give all that you can, and also feel free to take all that you can. Do both.
Arunaka, sometimes there is a crisis at home and a woman feels like giving up her career, her name, her fame, her money. We feel it's worthless. I don't want it. At that time, what is the tips you can give us for being resilient and strong to come out of it?
If the time of your life and the stage of your life demands that you spend more time at home, either your child is not well or somebody has a problem and they need you, and you feel that urge that no, I cannot not be there at this time, that's fine. Maybe you should talk to your colleagues or the people who you're working with and say, for a period of time, I'm going to take plan B and change my role and maybe just do this much but not that much. You should feel free to tell them that. While doing so, you shouldn't have fear. You know, this insecurity that if I give up some of my roles, somebody else is going to occupy my space. They are going to oust me. I'm going to become redundant. Nobody is going to need me anymore. Nobody is going to want me anymore. That fear is based on not enough faith on your abilities. So don't do that. If you are capable, if you are hardworking and intelligent, which you are, at any time there will be a reason why people will want to work with you, want you in the place. So be confident, be like, undulating, changing your role when you need it, but never give up that vision. Remember, I told you that vision, that ultimately you want to be somewhere, that vision, don't give it up, but keep patience, keep faith in yourself, and do what the hour of the day needs, and then go back to what you have to do.
What might be 3 traits that you would ascribe to a champion woman?
First, faith in yourself. To believe that you have been created with limitless capabilities, all you need to do is tap into it. The second, faith that you are part of a universe, of a nature, which has a lot of positive energy out there, which is waiting to help you as long as you keep positive. And the third, to go beyond I, me, myself. Because all of us, we do the usual things of my life, my immediate surroundings, my family, that everyone is doing. But we need to get beyond that in order to reach out. So these are the three things.
Really, what you're saying is very inspiring, because at Championwoman, that's exactly what we say. Let's all be career intentional, irrespective of what that career might be. It might be a beautiful arts like you in music. It might be running an NGO like we are doing. Whatever it is, get involved in something of the world so you can serve nation building. What is a calming raga? Something that in these times will help be emotionally quiet and help even in good sleep, because people are having so much stress and are unable to sleep calmly.
There are some beautiful ragas that are very calming and soothing. For today, I select Dvijavanti. It's a beautiful raga. I will sing 2 lines of a piece from Raga Dvijavanti on Guruvayurappan. ஒரு நேரம் எங்கிலும் காணாதேவையண்டே குருவாயூரப்பானின் திவ்ய ரூபம் ஒரு மாத்திரம் எங்கிலும் കേളാതവയണ്ടേ മുരളി പൊഴിക്കുന്ന ഗാനാലാപം മുരളി പൊഴിക്കുന്ന ഗാനാലാപം.
You are famous for your naughty Krishna song. Would you care to share a few lines with our viewers?
விஷமக்கார கண்ணன் விஷமக்கார கண்ணன் பொல்லாத விஷமக்கார கண்ணன் வேடிக்கையாய் பாட்டு பாடி விதம் விதமாய் ஆட்டம் ஆடி நாழிக்கொரு லீலை செய்யும் நந்த கோபால கிருஷ்ணன் விஷமக்கார கண்ணன் விஷமக்கார கண்ணன். பக்கத்து வீட்டு பெண்ணை அழைப்பான், மூக்காரி ராகம் பாடச் சொல்லி வம்பு கிழுப்பான். எனக்கு அது தெரியாதென்றால் நெக்குருக கிள்ளிவிட்டு அவளை நெக்குருக கிள்ளிவிட்டு அவள் விக்கி விக்கி அழும்போது இதாண்டி மூக்காரி என்பான் விஷமக்கார கண்ணன் விஷமக்கார கண்ணன்.
Wow, awesome! Arunaka, what is your one big success mantra?
Embrace everything and everyone that comes into your life, because they do so with a reason and a purpose.
That was Srimati Aruna Sairam. With great pleasure and honor of spending time with her, please take back something that you can start from her wisdom, and maybe even something that you can stop starting today. And if you like our channel and you want to meet many more thought leaders, please subscribe to this below, like it, and spread the Championwoman word. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Arunaka.
Thank you, Ranjini. It was a pleasure to be here.